The War Within Alpha delves.
World of Warcraft's upcoming expansion, The War Within, introduces an all-new pillar of progression for open-world players. Delves are 1 to 5 player, role-agnostic adventures found throughout Khaz-Algar. Players will typically be able to complete these bite-sized combat, puzzle, and platforming experiences in just 10 to 15 minutes, providing an additional way to level and an alternative path to endgame rewards alongside Mythic Plus dungeons, raids, and PvP. Players can dive into Delves alone or in parties of any number up to 5, and any combination of classes and roles are viable, letting you approach each adventure as you see fit. Multiple healers could offer a safer way to travel, but prioritizing damage output might allow you to sprint through at record pace.
Check, can they make the characters look... Sorry. Everything's been super good so far. I'm just being like very picky here. Like, can they pick cooler like transmog? Like, what is this bozos over here, man?
Letting you approach each...
And this too, like, come on, pick some cool transmog. Like, what is this? You're trying to sell the game to everyone and you choose this guy? And that? Dude, come on, man.
But prioritizing damage output might allow you to sprint through at record pace.
I would try to put some badass characters so like new people who are like, oh shit, that looks cool, you know?
This versatility allows players to progress with who they want.
Everything's so cool
how they
though.
Want, and when they want. As you approach,
like this atmosphere, this environment design, everything's so cool.
Called a tier, and can then walk right in. There is no loading screen. Lower tiers are available during leveling, with higher tiers added at max level and Season 1. If you're grouping with a friend or a couple of guildmates, just party up to enter the same instance.
Yeah, am I being too picky, chat? Where's the shadow? What is this? Is this guy playing with like all graphic down?
Party up.
I'm trying to sell the point, like sell the game to the players, chat. I'm with them, okay? I like War with them, but you gotta put some effort in.
If you're looking to meet new delvers, the Group Finder tool can assist with finding or forming a party. In the same way, it helps form groups for quests, mythic dungeons, raids, and custom activities.
Okay.
Whether you group with friends or strangers, everyone in your party
there
can
we go.
play
We see
whatever
shadows
class
now.
and specialization they want. So no one has to sit out or be overlooked because their desired role is already filled.
Okay, Spider-Man
The flexibility
reference.
of Delves is made possible thanks to your companion NPC. Each season, you'll be accompanied by a new companion who can be customized to complement your playstyle. The legendary dwarven historian,
I like that.
Bran
This is cool.
Bronzebeard, renowned explorer and veteran of the Second War, will be the first to join you. By choosing Bran's specialization, he could be molded into a healer or damage dealer, allowing him to fill the role you or your group need. As you progress, Bran levels up too, gaining skills that expand his arsenal and enhance his effectiveness.
Very cool.
If you want to focus on damage output yourself, Healer Bran is happy to throw a potion on the ground that heals allies. Or, with a damage-focused Bran, you could activate his Gryphonen's battle harness, which lets him bombard enemies with lightning hammers from atop his loyal Griffin.
Literally Warcraft 2 right there.
Once your max level and Bran is of a high enough rank, you'll begin earning curios. Equip Bran by choosing a combat curio and a utility curio to give him trinket-like effects that empower your party. In addition, Bran can help you find lost supplies and delves that can help you in your runs. There will be 12 different delves to explore
this place
at
looks
launch,
cool.
and you can expect to find some in each of the new zones. In the Isle of Dorne, you venture into the Earthcrawl Mines, a dig site that has been taken over by Nerubians. In Hallowfall, you must carefully explore the Sinkhole, the very bottom of the zone, where all the water gathers and Kobus lurk and lure in their victims. In the Ringing Deep's Dread Pit, you'll spelunk into a forward base of operations that the Nerubians are using to lay assault on the machine speakers. And more adventures await in Azj-Kahet to discover for yourself.
The Nerubians look so cool.
Upon the start of Season 1, a 13th delve will become unlockable. Focusing on a single boss encounter, players must now brave the enemy's lair and defeat the greatest threat yet, Zevzik. Delves are designed with replayability in mind and feature changing objectives. This means delves are dynamic.
Whoa, that thing looks sick.
Delve variants are unlocked at max level, similar to how world quests are unlocked, with different variants available on a given day. Perhaps one day you're sent on a mission to rescue a group of Earthen from the Nerubians, but on another you find yourself working with the Arathi to burn all the Nerubian nests in that same location. Thanks to their dynamic objectives, you could visit the
Okay.
same delve multiple times.
I'm getting
and have
like Baldur's
completely
Gate
different
feel.
adventures. Completing delves will
Very
reward you with a
adventurous.
variety of valuable loot. Get to the treasure room at the end of a delve, and you'll find chests
Right?
that
You get same,
will
right?
provide you with guaranteed
like that
core
though, it's
progression
cool.
rewards, upgrade track currencies, delve currency, and more, including a unique reward. The Delver's dirigible mount can only be
Oh,
earned
I've
through
seen
delves.
this.
It's a cosmetically
so
customizable
cool.
flying machine that allows you to mix and match various modules
So
to create your
cool.
own dynamic flight masterpiece. As you complete more of these adventures and journey into Azeroth's core, you'll earn new customization
This reminds me of Mario Kart.
options, with more choices added each season. Core progression
That's
items
cool.
earned scale all the way up into the endgame. They are awarded at item levels relative to the difficulty of the delve, similar to how Mythic Plus dungeons and raids work, with items capping out at power levels comparable to Heroic raids or Mythic Plus 5 keys. Even the Great Vault,
what?
how Mythic Plus dungeons and raids work, with items capping out at power levels comparable to Heroic raids or Mythic Plus 5 keys.
Oh wow, that's
Even
pretty
the Great
interesting.
Vault itself is being updated to include reward choices for completing delves,
Okay.
offering players
Wow,
a
they're
chance to earn
giving
powerful
delves
items
a
on
lot
a
of,
weekly basis.
leverage.
Delve currency can be used to buy collectibles and entry-level Warbound gear. You can also find the collectibles and Warbound gear in chests directly, as well as transmogs, pets, toys, recipes, and reagents. Keep an eye out for new hat cosmetics that can drop, and embrace your inner kobold or fungus.
Okay.
Are you ready to dive into delves?
I'm ready,
Exper-
Blizzard. You gotta really work on the transmogs though. Come on, man.
Experience a more flexible,
Even my editor puts on cool transmog for thumbnails. Like this,
more customizable World of Warcraft in the War Within.
dude. When I was younger and I watched WoW trailers and they show badass armors, like I know this is a really bad example because Classic WoW doesn't have transmog, but yeah, they gotta do better than that, man. It plays a factor, okay? It plays a factor, like a big
More
one.
than half of World of Warcraft players play 2 or more characters. In the upcoming expansion, The War Within, the entire character roster is leveling up
Oh, dude, come on, change the
with
transmog.
Warbands, a new account-wide progression and collection system. When a player first logs into The War Within, they'll be presented with the new character selection screen.
Okay.
Here, players can assign up to 4 of their favorite characters, Horde and Alliance alike, to be displayed in front of a World of Warcraft-themed scene. All characters on a player's respective account, regardless of what server they're on, are considered part of their warband and combined into a single convenient list. Gone are the days of players mailing precious resources between their characters. In The War Within, there is a new dedicated bank tab for sharing all non-soulbound items among a player's roster. Hundreds of inventory slots can be unlocked across multiple bank tabs purchasable with gold. Or that a player mines on one character can be put into the bank tab and then be used by another character to create an
Okay.
armor set through their blacksmithing profession. By leveraging the expertise of a player's entire warband, crafting and leveling up profession skills are now more efficient. As players complete quest lines and gain factions' trust, they will be earning a variety of different currencies. In The War Within, many currencies are no longer locked in the wallets of each character and can be transferred across the warband. In addition, flight paths across all of Azeroth are available for all players' characters as soon as they're discovered. Less time making the 6-hour journey on foot from Teneris to Winterspring, and more time lounging the fast way.
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? We love walking in Classic WoW.
Journey on foot from Teneris to Winterspring, and more time lounging the fast way.
Oh wow.
As players progress through The War Within, they'll come across pieces of gear that are warbound until equipped. These can be sent to and equipped by their other characters, enabling players to increase a warband member's power. However, once equipped, it can no longer be passed around. This essentially allows players to play on one character while potentially gearing up others at the same time. While adventuring in current or long-past content, warbands also make finding and collecting new looks, also known as transmogs, easier. Once looted and equipped, the item's aesthetics automatically populate to all warband characters who can also wear that armor type. If a player's cloth user is doing a transmog run of an older raid and plate gear drops, it's now added to their collection, ready
What?
to be applied to any
That's cool.
warband member who can don plate armor. The same can be said for
Man, dude. Okay, chat. I've made videos in the past, and I work at the editor. Like,
doing a transmog run of an older raid and plate gear drops.
Like they're talking about plate gear and they're showing leather gear
It's now added to their collection.
and they're
ready
showing
to
the same mug. Like, come on,
be applied
dude.
to any warband
They gotta put more effort.
member who can don plate armor.
They gotta hire comics or something,
The
man.
same can be said for follower NPCs like Bran Bronzebeard. Whatever a player finds and equips to Bran is also shared across their entire warband. With the introduction of warbands, reputation progress earned in the War Within will be counted across all their characters regardless of which one they're playing. For players who adventured through the Dragonflight expansion, their account-wide reputation level will match the highest level achieved on any of their characters. Achievements
Achievements and reputation. Account wide. Yo, give me that in classic one, please, man. I'm tired of getting exalted on all my characters, man. And this is a seasonal server. New season comes out. I gotta grind that all again. On every single
we're all
character.
out of Mana Buns, and Warsong Gulch Veteran, as well as nearly 2,000 others, will now share progress across warbands. For most of these, existing progress across characters will be combined. If a player's character starts earning progression towards an achievement, another one of their characters could finish it. Whether players are into achievement hunting, collecting every transmog, or becoming the strongest around, warbands introduce new quality of life features to make the most of your time in Azeroth. There's never been a better time than now to assemble a warband and prepare to journey through Khazalgar in the War Within.
Khazalgar and the War Within. War Within hype. Yo, for the record, I'm not paid by them, okay? I'm not paid by them, nor do I have alpha access to. I get comments like, oh man, this guy's getting paid so much to watch alpha stuff. Dude, I've been playing WoW for 20 years, and I've never skipped an expansion, and it's okay to play classic and retail? I don't understand, man. Some people, dude, they're crazy. They're crazy. We're all WoW fans. Of course we're gonna check out new content. Hello?
Get ready for a new era of flight. Formerly known as dragon riding, dynamic flight brings the newest, fastest,
I think this is
most
really
active
cool.
way to travel to old zones and new.
Dang
From the leveling
God.
campaign through endgame on hundreds of your favorite flying mounts. Let's explore everything you need to know about dynamic flight in the War Within. World of Warcraft Dragonflight introduced adventurers to a completely new way of traversing Azeroth, called dragon riding. This faster, more immersive form of flight reinvented how heroes explored the Dragon Isles. Dragon riding made flying an active experience, allowing players to ascend, surge, break, and whirl through the landscape at breakneck speeds on customizable mounts.
Wow.
Players took to the skies in the open world, dungeons, and the final raid, as well as push their limits in race courses throughout the world. In the War Within, dynamic flight is being improved and expanded upon, keeping core elements like vigor-based abilities in place, while granting players earlier access, more
Damn,
mounts
that
to
zone
choose
looks
from,
really cool.
more courses to race on, and the ability to toggle between dynamic and traditional flight modes. As early as level 15, or even earlier if you're a Drakthir, characters will be able to learn dynamic flying, allowing new
Damn,
champions
that's
to
sick.
navigate older zones and experience leveling like never before. Dynamic flight skills will be earned as a part of leveling up, allowing players to fill out the skill tree as they progress. For players coming into the War Within at level 70, dynamic flight will be available early in the Isle of Dorn, and upon unlocking, flying mounts will be equipped with all their talents. This means that finding glyphs will not be tied to dynamic flight progression. But for mavericks who enjoy the thrill of the hunt, glyphs in the Dragon Isles will remain in place, purely for achievement.
Okay.
If, however, you prefer the more passive style of flying introduced in Burning Crusade, you can toggle between dynamic flight and traditional flight modes. In previously existing
Didn't they talk about that here? I was gonna mention that is cool. We have the choices to toggle normal flying or the dragon flying.
zones, the ability to switch will be available immediately at launch. And in Khazalgar, switching becomes available after leveling through and exploring the new lands thoroughly. At the War Within's launch, over 440 mounts will be converted to enable dynamic flight. With more than 200 unique models and over 50 fundamentally different shapes and sizes, conversion has been a significant undertaking that allows you to once again show off the shining stars of your collection. Favorites like Ashes of Alar, Invincible,
Oh,
Gmod, the Sandstone Drake, and the
shit.
Hive Mind will all be capable of dynamic flight. With all your old favorites available, there will be no shortage of mounts to tout. But 2 special mounts are worth seeking out as well. The Delver's Dirigible, earnable through the all-new Delves feature, is a cosmetically mega customizable mount with color, nose, wings, thrusters, top, and even decal options that continue to expand as you progress.
Okay.
The Algarian Storm Rider is one of a kind, featuring a unique vigor bar in its user interface. It also comes with a special
Damn,
ability
that place
called
looks
Lightning
awesome.
Rush, which can give you a boost of speed without spending vigor by expending static charges that accumulate when flying near walls. Lightning Rush is expanding to other mounts starting in the War Within, allowing everyone to both zip and zap around. Racing will also continue to push pilots to the peak of their capabilities. New courses will be available in each new zone, offering a brand new circuit of achievements and an exciting way to explore various
They should make
landmarks
a Mario Kart version where there's like boxes and you eat and you throw shit at other people.
and landscapes throughout Kaz-Algar.
Dude, I play that all the
Are you
time, my
ready
friends,
for a
if they
whole
had
new
it.
era of dynamic flight? Mount up and actively soar through Kaz-Algar and beyond in the War Within.
Is that like part of Shadowland? What is this? What is going on? Wait, is this the sword stabbing through Azeroth and we're going inside? This is the inside? Is that what it is? Oh, what the heck? Damn. Yeah, I just realized that. It's not the sword. Oh, it's not the. It looks like the tip of the sword there. It's not. What is that then? Yeah, reopen it. That looks like the tip of the sword, isn't it? It's just a crystal. Okay.